So much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of sky cams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong. Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
And good evening, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts here, along with meteorologist Elise Ushman. It's the Freddie and Gator Show.
Welcome.
America's favorite weather program.
That's true.
And it's a 8th year in a row.
Yeah.
We're so happy to be here with you on this Wednesday evening. I almost said Taco Tuesday. I'm having one of those days.
Is it because you didn't get tacos yesterday?
I did, and I'm not going to get tacos today either. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I know. Well, what can you do? So we're having a nice week so far. It was pretty chilly yesterday morning, but we're now we were 50 degrees warmer today, and probably going to get even warmer by the end of this week.
Yep.
Got the northern lights going on. There's a whole bunch of things happening.
So much. For now, definitely above average. 76 today in Jackson. Probably going to be that or more tomorrow. And then some 80s by the weekend. Next week, we'll still be in the 70s and 80s until the rain gets here. But we are tracking the potential for some rain, which we need because we've not had any. Womp womp. Womp. Could look something like this. There's a teeny tiny chance that we see a sprinkle before Wednesday, but it's not very likely at this point. Wednesday, Thursday was when it was looking like the system might get here. Now it looks more like Thursday into Friday, but it does depend on which model you ask. So take it all with a grain of salt. The other model still says we have some relatively widespread rain Tuesday into Wednesday. So it's all going to depend on what it looks like as we get closer.
This here, these are both models, and neither of them are painting a big picture of rainfall for us.
They're not, which is really, quite frankly, rude, in my opinion. The cooler air is going to stay off to the north.
That's your opinion.
That's just my opinion. Yeah. For the foreseeable future, as a kind of heat bubble builds into our area. So it's 60 degrees now in Jackson, 65 still in McComb, 59 in Vicksburg. 58 up in Tupelo. We'll be in the 50s for the most part heading out the door tomorrow morning. So even cooler still than we were starting the day today. But we also have that chance at maybe a little view of the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
On the horizon. If you really squint your eyes and strain them.
Yeah.
And if you're somewhere with very little to no light pollution. So please keep that in mind. It's going to be very difficult to see if you're in downtown Jackson.
Use a long exposure on your phone.
Not really going to be anything to think about by the time we get to the weekend. You will probably be thinking that it's spring. It felt like spring today.
It did.
Upper 70s, low 80s. Still no rain to impact your plans. So if you're headed to a football game across the state, good weather for you to wear some short sleeves. Don't forget the sunscreen. And overnight lows are still going to be pretty mild, maybe even in the upper 50s by Sunday. So no cold spell on the way for the moment.
Every day for the next 10 days, we're going to be at least 70 degrees.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That's sad.
But impressive at the same time.
It is. It is impressive, yeah.
And sad.
It's both. That's about it.
All right. Tropics are quiet. We still have hurricane season for another 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, warm weather is going to be with us. Hopefully you get a chance to see those northern lights. Can you pull up the graphic that's the long drawn out graphic on it that explains it? It should have populated in the little, I see what you're doing. Okay.
I don't have it in mind. So.
Okay. No, I understand. I got it.
Ready?
Yep. So bottom line, I just want to explain to you what this is all about anyway. So you got the magnetic field around the earth. It's always there. Then you've got the sun. Can we agree on this so far?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So
I
the
think
sun
that sounds
creates
right.
these solar winds. Not only do we have the sunlight to deal with, but it sends out these solar storms that are made up of a lot of particles. When those particles go right past the earth, normal particles, when they're not moving very fast, when there's not a lot of them, the earth just absorbs the radiation and there's not much to it. You see what I did there in that graphic to make it, I changed it so you don't have everything on the same graphic.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Just wanted to make sure you knew about that. I should probably tell the morning crew too. But the bottom line is, so when those particles are supercharged, basically, when there's a lot of them and they're bombarding the earth, the magnetic field gives off a glow. What would cause the glow? It's the particles from the solar storm, or the magnetic storm, if you will. That's what it becomes when it hits the magnetic poles. It then creates these shimmering colors. They're really green and yellow, closer to the north and south pole. So we don't see that around here. They're also lower in the sky, lower in the atmosphere, and they're mainly from the interaction of oxygen, because that's where the oxygen is, lower in the atmosphere. As you go further up into the atmosphere, you're going to find a mixture of oxygen and nitrogen and different chemicals. Those different chemicals are responsible for different colors that you see. The fact that we see the aurora in the first place is pretty much a big deal. And so what we're really looking at is we're looking at it in the highest portion of the atmosphere. Whereas in the Arctic, Canada, Alaska, which are pretty much all the same, they're going to see the greens, the yellows, the shimmering colors, and the blues. We don't really see that. We just see reds around here because it's much higher in the sky and it's interacting with other chemicals. So that's why if you're wondering, well, I've always seen them before on TV or on Facebook or online, and they're always different colors. That's because if they're up north, you're going to see them and they're going to shimmy across the sky.
Yeah.
Here, you're seeing really almost an echo of it.
Yeah, it's just like a tinge.
Yeah. So that's the story. And that's why we have to use long exposures here to see it. It's not that often you're going to see it. Now, if we were to see that, we've got big problems. and what I mean by that is, in all fairness, a magnetic storm of that magnitude could take out satellites. It could take out telephone lines. It could do a lot of damage. It could fry electronics. This has actually happened before. And if you really want to go down the rabbit hole, there's some pretty interesting events in our history where we've actually lost communications because we just didn't have the knowledge that we do today. We didn't know. We were like, well, what happened? So a little fascinating thing that's just to share with y'all. And but it is exciting to see it when they do happen here. They don't happen here that often, and they happen so infrequently. The last time it really happened to this magnitude, we just didn't have cell phones, or we had cell phones but not cameras that also make phone calls, as I like to call them. So that's the story there. I just thought I'd share that with y'all. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, folks, thanks so much for joining us. Elise is going. She's very, very busy. She's got big dinner plans. I don't know what they are, but I just felt like saying that. But she's leaving. And you can catch me on Fox 40 News at 9 and WLBT's 10 p.m. news. If you do see the Northern Lights again this evening, don't forget to send them in through the free First Alert weather app. Okay, we really enjoyed your pictures. We appreciate that. And if they're good, we'll show them on TV tonight. So that's all I've got to really say about that. I wish you luck in seeing it. I hope you all have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you on Fox 40 News at 9 and WLBT's 10 p.m. news.
Heck yeah.
Okay, that's it.